What's your full name?
Sam Foy Graham.
And what's your birthday?
9858.
What?
9858.
Say the month, day, and year.
September 8th, 1958.
There we go. And how tall are you now?
6'3".
What's your favorite season of the year?
Spring.
Why?
Just a chance to watch and make and manipulate the changes of the new year.
Let's see. When and where were you born?
I was born in Corcoran, California. Born in Corcoran, California. That's about 30 miles west of Fresno, California.
Do you know your birth specs? How much you weighed or how big you were?
I think I was about 6'9", 6'10". I don't remember how tall I was. I didn't get to be tall until I was a senior in high school. I was short.
Do you have did you have a nickname?
Yeah.
What's your nickname?
Mighty.
Mighty?
Yeah, my dad always called me Mighty. Mighty Man.
How'd you get the nickname?
It comes from a song he used to sing to us. Sam Graham was a mighty man. Wash his face in a frying pan. Goes on from there.
Well, let's sing the whole song.
Okay. I'm not a singer, but this is the way he used to sing it. Old Sam Graham was a mighty man. Wash his face in a frying pan. Combed his hair with a wagon wheel, and died with a toothache in his heel. Old Sam Graham said, before I die, there's 2 more trains I'd like to ride. The Santa Fe and something else, and that's as far as I remember.
Was there any unusual circumstances around your birth?
Yes.
What was it?
The day I was born was my brother's first day of kindergarten, and he missed it. Was not happy. He had to walk to school by himself, something like that.
What's your favorite team for sports?
Green Bay Packers and the Dodgers.
Why are they your favorites?
The Dodgers, because it's where I was raised out in Southern California. But Green Bay, I've always liked the team, what they represent. They're guys that play on it. Just a good, wholesome team.
And let's see. What's your favorite vacation that you did?
Probably going to see the Highland Games. Call that a vacation, I guess. They're in Monterey like 30 years ago.
What? Who went with you?
Just my wife and I, Elizabeth.
Why was it your favorite?
That's where I kind of had my awakening of the Scottish people and how Scottish I'm supposed to be.
Do you enjoy reading?
Not really.
What's your best quality?
Patience. Too much patience.
Where's your favorite place to visit?
See's Candy Store. They have a candy there I like.
Do you know why you were given your name? Or were you named after someone?
My first name has always been a mystery where it came from. We think I might have been one of my dad's friends in the war. He served the Korean War. My middle name is an ancestral name that's been carried down about 4 or 5 generations. Foy. Been carried down. It's French for faith.
Did your parents tell you what you looked like when you were born?
Tell me what I look like?
Yeah.
Not that I remember. Just I was a skinny little guy.
Do you like individual sports better or team sports better?
Team sports.
What's your favorite movie?
The Chronicles of Riddick.
Of what?
Chronicles of Riddick. There's 3 videos, 3 movies to it.
Riddick.
Yeah. Has I can't remember his name now. Anyway,
What do you like about it?
he's just macho, and there's a good storyline to it.
Yeah. Do you remember if you had hair when you were born or when you were little, or what color it was?
I had a butch all the way until my 7th grade year, and I fought to get it longer, and finally my dad let it go, and I got, not real long, but got to have longer hair in 7th grade.
What color was it?
Probably about like my granddaughter's, Summer, kind of bleach blonde.
What makes you really, really happy?
Just making sure everybody's happy, making sure other people are happy.
Describe something you thought was very beautiful.
There are different kinds of birds. I think that are really good looking birds. The Gulian, some of these other birds are really just good looking birds. There's some flowers that look really nice. I guess it's just nature. Nature has got, it's created a great palette of colors.
What's your favorite color?
Blue. Or green, but it's mostly blue.
Why blue?
I don't know. It just, it's a calming color to me.
No.
It's a very calming color.
What's the biggest surprise you had in your life?
Finding out my brother wasn't my real brother.
Which brother?
Kurt. The one that missed kindergarten. He's only half my brother.
What's the funniest thing that ever happened to you?
That's a good one. Funniest thing. Wow. There aren't many books I've read, but there's a couple books I did read that while I was reading, I had to put the book down because I laughed that hard. That was just a fantasy movie or book.
Yeah.
But it had the way the author put it together, and I stopped to laugh while reading a book, which is unusual.
Have you shared any special experiences with your friends?
Yeah.
Like what? Anything special you done with friends?
We went on a cruise with a friend of ours that's different nationality, but for some reason we clicked and we've been good friends, and we'll probably be to the day we die. For some reason, we're like brothers, and I find that very unusual.
Who's that?
James, right, Liz? James. His name is James. He's African American. He used to manage a McDonald's. Has twin boys. My girls used to play with both of them.
Have you ever had to react in an emergency situation? What did you do? Tell me about an emergency that you've had to deal with.
There was a time I think I was visiting my wife at her work in a print shop, and one of the guys that was in the back got his finger caught in the machine, and it chewed it up pretty good, so I just grabbed a hold of the finger so he couldn't see it, and it bled, still bled, but we took him to the hospital from there. The same thing happened in the kindergarten class, where a kindergartner got his hand caught in a chain link fence. Had to grab his hand and again hold his hand so that he wouldn't see the blood and all the mess that he made.
Who is the hero you have?
Superman. Superman would be my hero. Bring him. Who else? That's just a makeup person, but for real,
Whatever you want.
I'd have to say Superman, because he just, again, and he's wholesome, and he's got he has a lot of abilities to do things.
Let's see. Describe an ideal vacation.
Right now, ideal vacation is about 3 or 4 weeks in Scotland, living off the home people and just driving around.
In Scotland, you said?
Yeah, Scotland. See some of the castles, some of the towns actually where my family grew up in and were born in hundreds of years ago.
If you are lost, what do you do? Like if you're traveling lost, do you ask for directions, or how do you navigate?
I've always watched the sun to see where the shadows are, to know which way are my directions, north, south, east. And it's observation, knowing your landmarks, so you know where you're going, where you've been. I have no problem stopping to ask for questions, I think. But I would ask. I would stop.
When you're sick, do you like to have someone taking care of you, or do you prefer to be left alone until you're better?
I think I like having people help.
Yeah. If you're having a bad day, how can someone cheer you up?
Buy me a Pepsi.
What's your dream job?
What the heck?
Probably being an artist, just being left alone so I can create. Whether it's in stone or by painting or whatever.
Describe your dream house.
2-story house. It's got lots of room with a bedroom downstairs, so I don't have to go down too much. Old-fashioned house. I think I like a Victorian house. Craftsman style. Take that back. A craftsman style. 2-story.
And let's see. Going back to here.
Do you have the instructions in?
The map stuff?
Yeah, where we're going.
You want to put the map on here, Liz? What do you think of public displays of affection?
I don't mind it. See people kiss, but not overly affected.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much is too much.
Are you superstitious?
Just 1 or 2.
What? Like what?
I will not walk underneath the ladder.
Starting route to Calaveras.
Make me very nervous. And
In 2.3 miles, bear left onto Jamestown Road.
there's one more, but I can't think of it right now. But ladders have always followed that rule. We don't walk underneath the ladder.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Snails.
Did you like it or no?
I did. I was surprised. I had garlic on them, and which normally I can't taste garlic very much. But I had it was good meals on that cruise I went on a long time ago.
If you had to describe yourself in a single word.
What would it be?
Yep.
I want to say fulfilled, like fulfilled some of the things I wanted to do, but not all of them. I still have a lot of things I want to do. My bucket list is not full
Yep.
or done. But
Did you have a celebrity crush growing up?
Bionic Man. Always liked watching the Bionic Man. Steve Austin.
A celebrity crush?
Is he like a girl?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I did.
1 mile, bear left onto Jamestown Road.
What's your favorite board game?
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap. What song reminds you of Liz?
Love song. Love story.
Like the new one by Taylor Swift, or who? What song is that?
It's an old 70s movie that came out that I cannot get my wife to watch with me. Never have yet. It's been 42 years, 41 years, 42 years. One of these days we're going to sit and watch it.
Movie called Love Story?
Yes.
Okay. If you could spend the day with one person who's famous, alive or dead, who would you spend the day with?
That's where it gets religious. I want to walk with Jesus. I got questions.
Yeah. Any questions you can think of off the top of your head?
I'd like to just talk to him as a friend and kind of see what kind of things he likes to eat and do himself, to kind of get to know him and, you know, why he did it, what he did. I want to hear him say it.
Yeah. Whoa. What's your favorite phone apps or websites?
Go past these lights. Then use the left
Google,
lane to bear
probably.
left onto Jamestown Road.
Or, yeah, Google. We watch a lot of Google. Too much Google.
Google what?
Not Google. What is it called? That YouTube. YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Got it. Do you have any hidden talents?
Not that I know. If they're hidden, I don't know what they are. I don't know. I don't think I have hidden talents.
Well, all right, what's your regular talents?
Being observant.
Have you turned here?
Yeah.
Left? What's your talents?
Just watching people kind of know when they're in distress and being able to help. You know, and just noticing people and being available.
Do you have any odd quirks?
One.
What is it?
When I'm finished eating a donut or something that's sticky, I lick my fingers to clean them off. My wife doesn't like that.
Ah. Do you sing in the shower?
I hum sometimes.
Huh. What song is the most likely to make you dance?
Just 70s music.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, 70s music. Some kind of cartoon ditties.
How do you handle it when your family doesn't approve of a decision you made?
How do I handle it when they don't agree?
Yeah.
It would probably look like pouting or non-compliance.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of food?
Pizza and chocolate with caramel.
What toppings on your pizza?
Combination. Everything.
What's some stuff on your bucket list you can think of?
A lot of places I want to go visit.
Yeah.
Where some artists have created some scenes to some national monuments, just to stand there and reflect on how they got to be what they are.
Yeah. Would you rather give up music for a month or TV for a month?
Probably music.
Would you rather go on a hot air balloon ride or a bungee jump?
Hot air balloon. Bungee jump's too scary.
Is there anything that almost nobody knows about you, just you?
Excuse me. Not that I can think of right now.
What magazines do you like to get?
informative, whether it's in sports or it's kind of hobby I might be working on.
Like what? What hobbies?
Well, if I'm building some planes or some trains,
Yeah.
some wooden boats, there's going to be information there about how to do it, different types of woods you use and all that.
What's your favorite outdoor activity?
Probably gardening right now.
Is
Yeah.
there a show that you liked to watch as a kid that you'd like to see come back?
Oh, that's a good one. Be a good one. I was just thinking about that this morning. As a matter of fact, there was a movie I was thinking about. What was that? Can't think of it. Well, nope, can't think of it.
Okay. Let's see. What's your favorite time of the day?
Evening,
Why?
early evening. It's just before dinner. I'm probably the most alert at that time and get a chance to reflect on what I need to get done for the day while there's time left.
If you could trade lives with somebody, who would you trade it with?
I've always thought that everyone has their own skill or born with some kind of ability. They just need to find it. Not everybody does. Matter of fact, most people don't. I'd like to be able to find mine and just, master it.
Yeah.
I want to master something while I'm still in this life.
Is there a silly accomplishment that you're secretly really proud of?
To be able to snap my fingers. Because I can't do it with both hands, just one hand. Just my left hand is all I can do. My right hand, I can't do it. And I'm right-handed.
What do you think is the dumbest thing you've ever done?
Dumbest thing. Probably. I don't know. Can't think of one right now.
What's the craziest dream you've ever had?
I had a dream. I've had 2-3 dreams in my lifetime where I always felt like it was kind of inspiration. The latest one was the invention of some kind of technological. It's like a hex. It's a hex shape, probably about the size of a racquetball. That's in it, but it's like a wafer. It's like a wafer that you plug it into a machine that does, I'm not sure what, but I wrote it all down on a piece of paper. I can't find it now. All the dimensions and what it was going to do and all that.
What's your favorite restaurant?
It used to be Togo's, but I'm kind of getting worn out on Togo's. Just a good Italian restaurant. I like tomatoes.
What kind of stuff do you like to get at Italian restaurants?
Spaghetti and meatballs. Just a plain. I'm a very simple eater.
What's your, let's see, good season of spring. What's something you did as a child that your parents don't know about?
I broke some windows, got caught for that, and got in trouble. We used to dig holes and plan traps for people that would come around so they'd step in the holes. But my dad found that and he got in trouble. Stepped in one. What's that question?
Anything you did as a kid that you did not get caught, that your parents didn't find out?
Used to climb eucalyptus trees. You know what I used to go to the bathroom on things down below. And we didn't talk about it much because we thought it was very funny and we didn't want to be. Wait a second. I got one. Change my mind. When we were kids, we used to take tobacco out of cigarettes and put them in corncob pipes and smoke them when I was about 8 or 9. So all of us got really, really sick one day and we all stopped.
Who's your favorite movie star?
Right now, it's a guy that plays Superman. His name's Harry Caudeville or Caudeville, something like that. He's also doing another movie that has to do with Witcher. Straight ahead, Liz?
Yep.
How old were you when you did your first kiss?
I think I was a senior in high school, junior in high school.
Yeah. What's your most embarrassing moment?
Most embarrassing. Don't like being embarrassed. In fact, I avoid that at all costs.
So what's one embarrassing thing that you didn't like happened?
Probably a bad haircut I might have got in junior high when I finally started my hair grow.
What was bad about it?
It was way too wavy and out of control. I was afraid people would laugh at me for it.
What would you do if you won $10,000?
Right now,
Sure.
I would buy my wife a car that she would like and that she needs to use.
If you had one day left to live, what would you do that day?
I would not watch TV. I would not travel too far. I would gather with my family and just eat, drink, and be merry.
What things would you still like to accomplish in your life?
Oh, I still want to go. I want to fly in a glider. I want to.
Wait, like an airplane glider or like hang gliding?
No, not hang glider. Airplane glider.
Okay.
The white ones. They just be able to float in the air and hear the whistle of the wind go by.
Is there anything you wanted to do in your life and haven't done so yet? It's kind of the same question.
Yeah, something. Right now, it's getting back to Scotland.
Yeah.
I would like to walk in some of the castles, or a castle, where my ancestors lived in,
Yeah.
or were there, walk in their footsteps.
We go straight, Liz, right?
Yep.
Okay.
To the left.
Yeah. When you were in elementary school, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Superman.
And when you were in high school, what did you want to be?
I didn't want to be a rock star or anything famous, but just to be able to probably to be a race car driver.
Race car driver.
Yeah.
And then what did you do for your job when you were an adult?
I have been a school teacher. Probably enjoyed that best.
What grades did you do?
I've done kindergarten. I've done middle school and high school. I've done it all. And now resource. I finished up with resource. But I've always wanted to just ideally it'd be nice to be a college teacher and art teacher and be able to have my own studio next to it, be able to paint on the off time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of teachers of mine that used to that did that. I always thought that would be good.
And what was your favorite teaching setup that you liked, since you've done a lot of them?
kind of a long room, light coming in, a couple easels set up, everything kind of organized so I'm trying to get to it quickly and be able to use it for inspiration.
And what grades?
What grades?
What grades were your favorite to teach?
Oh, kindergarten. I liked kindergarten for some reason.
What did you like about it?
I like the little guys that just needed the help, so I can kind of sit down with them. As big as I am, I had to be careful, so it was always fun just to kind of relax with them and go through the basics until they got it. Always like it when they had the aha moment where they learned something. So always looking for that.
As an adult, what special activities have you most enjoyed?
Working on our house and getting it ready. We're just stopping here over it is. This is that's Columbia.
No. What lessons have you learned in your career or life? Any important lessons?
Gotta give room to people to make their mistakes and change and get better. You know, it's not only just me in this life. There's other people that need to go through the same process at different ages.
How did you decide to be a teacher?
No comment.
What, let's see, any other kinds of jobs that you've done during your lifetime?
Yeah, I used to be a draftsman for our county that we live in now, and worked as an engineer for a little while, not long enough. I'd like to learn that trade a little bit better, be a civil engineer.
What did you draft?
I laid out some, whenever you, like any of these small restaurants, the Burger Kings, the fast food places, or just parking lots for malls, we have to lay out the footing and everything for the cars to drive on.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like working with my hands.
Of all your good friends, which have you known the longest?
Probably James.
Yeah. When did you get to know him?
I got to know him when my daughters were young, so it's probably been 30 years ago. We were friends for just a couple of years, and he moved on, and we hear from him sporadic, but I still consider him a good friend.
Do you have any jobs when you were in high school?
Oh yeah. Worked in a machine shop. Worked for a grocery store for several years before I went on my mission.
Did you do any jobs in college?
Seems like I did. I think I worked in the school. Yes, I did. I worked at a school art shop.
Ah.
Art store, I guess you call it more or less.
Share a time when you were absolutely happy. Where were you and what were you doing? You can remember a time when you were super happy.
Can't think right now. Probably there was a time when we went with the kids to the snow. We went cross country skiing when the kids were just young. And we were all bundled up, and we all had skis, and everyone was having a lot of fun. The girls seemed to be better at learning the skill of cross country than the adults. It's fun to watch them.
Do you like to exercise?
I used to.
What kind did you do?
Working in the gym, but I always liked to run too when I was younger. Long distances.
Has anyone ever saved your life?
Yes.
Tell me that.
My sister, I don't remember it because I was too young. It was probably about 4, 5, 6. My older sister saved me from drowning in a neighbor's pool.
Which sister?
My oldest, Cheryl. We were walking along the fences between houses, neighbors, the brick fences.
Uh-huh.
And we jumped down off of one of them and into the yard of one of our friends that we didn't know real well, but we wanted to go swimming.
And then what happened?
She pulled me out, didn't resuscitate me like you'd think, but just kind of, slapped me around, I imagine, and kind of got me breathing again and everything back to normal. I don't think I've ever had anyone else save me. I don't think I've ever had that close call.
Yeah. Did you have someone that you admired and they had a big influence on you?
Well, I want a mountain.
Yeah.
Hey, see some boats.
There's been a couple of men that are really intelligent, that have a good mind, and can explain themselves into the situation they're trying to get across. Lawyers, basically. A couple of lawyers I know have been able to explain themselves.
What was your first job?
My first job.
Yeah.
Oh, I worked with my dad when I was in junior high at the grocery store in the meat department. We got to wrap the food, cut some of the fat off, steaks and stuff.
Do you remember what you got paid?
I think I was paid $2.50 an hour. That's back in the mid-60s or early 70s.
How do you choose to spend your time on the weekends?
Outside working in the yard, watching some TV.
Do you have a memory when you had to stand up for something you believed in when everyone else was not standing up for it?
I'm sure I did, but it's not coming to mind right now.
What kind of thing would you stand up for if everyone else was not standing up for it?
Probably just justice, and someone's right to do or say something. Something in the what's going on in this world that needs to be the morals right now. The morals need to be stood up for.
What makes you laugh?
My wife. She's fun to tease.